The Scarlet Letter. Part 1. Boston, Massachusetts, 17th century. Hester Prynne stands on the scaffold as punishment for her sins. She's a filthy whore who had a child out of wedlock, and Puritans don't like sex. Hester meets Chillingsworth in her jail cell because he's a doctor, and also her husband. He wants her to spill the tea on her leper, but she's like, nah. Time skip. 3 years later. Hester and her daughter Pearl are living in a cottage. She sews for people, but it's considered tainted. People see Pearl and her like the devil. It's the devil. It's the devil. Hester goes to the governor's house to deliver gloves she made for him and find out if she gets to keep her child. Dimmesdale says she should get to keep her because she was sent from God or whatever, and don't separate mothers and children's, you know. Dimmesdale is sick. He has like a heart condition or something. His chest is in his own Scarlet Letter. Chillingsworth is a doctor, so he gives him medicine and treatment. Ha ha, you fool, says Chillingsworth. I will finish what you started. Get it? Because he's getting revenge.
Creeper!
Scaffold Part 2. Electric Boogaloo. Dimmesdale goes on the scaffold to hold a vigil. Yo, guys, we should all hold hands and create electricity. Because they're sinners, he sees the Scarlet Letter in the sky. Part 2. 7 years later. Hester confronts Chillingsworth on a beach to tell him to stop tormenting Dimmesdale because he's got enough stuff going on. Chillingsworth's like, nah, fam. Hester and Dimmesdale meet in the woods. They plan to run off to Europe together and live with Pearl as a family. Because, plot twist, Dimmesdale is Pearl's father. There's a ship crew leaving for England in 4 days, and they're gonna hitch a ride. Hitchhike. Hitch ship? Dimmesdale's not like other girls. Dimmesdale is different now. He feels like he's a sinner and changes the sermon he was going to give because he has a new view on humanity. During a gathering to celebrate the new governor, because the old one kicked the bucket, the captain of their ship tells Hester that Chillingsworth is going to because they needed a doctor, and apparently he's the only doctor that exists. He gets to be the third wheel between his wife and her lover.
I'm the doctor!
Dimmesdale gives his final sermon to the colony. It inspires everyone and is considered the best one he ever did. Scaffold, Part 3. The third one, Dimmesdale confesses that he's Hester's side hoe. He reveals the condition on his chest, his own Scarlet Letter, and dies. Hester becomes a legend in Boston. She's buried next to Dimmesdale, and they share a headstone with a Scarlet Letter. You can never be free of sin. He gets to be the third wheel between his
Wait a second.
It just stopped.
Oh, come on.
The apple.
Scaffold, Part 3. The third one, Dimmesdale confesses that he's Hester's side hoe.
Wait.
Crew leaving for England in 4 days, and they're gonna hitch a ride. Hitchhike. Hitch ship?